I don't really see us that way. Let's just be friends. Ouch. You think that one hurt? This one is better. Aw, I love you too, bro. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize if that triggered painful memories for some of you. Rejections aren't easy, are they? But I assume we all have been there at some point or points in our lives. Unless you're hot or super successful, in which case you probably won't be able to relate as much to my speech today. I can already see the look of horror on your faces. Don't worry, I won't bore you with 7 minutes of salty rejection tales because, let's be honest, it would take 17 minutes to get through all of them. But maybe a summary is in order, just to put things into context. In the past 6 months alone, I was rejected by 5 scholarship bodies, rejected by Oxford, my dream university, rejected by a boy who ended up in Oxford, double ouch, I know, came second, I lost in 4 debate finals, and I was rejected by my cat, who now hates me. But it's too painful to even think about. So it's no surprise then that I've attempted to exorcise the demons of my rejections by writing an entire speech about them. It's much cheaper and marginally less embarrassing than signing up for therapy. But before we get to that, let's have a look at what we mean by rejections. First, we have the mundane yet annoying ones, like having a credit card rejected or being denied a bank loan. These might be frustrating, but they're not really personal. Next, we have the "we're sorry to inform you" rejections, the type that includes all those painful university rejections, job interview failures, and losses in forensics competition. Yes, these might hurt a little bit more, but again, they're not deeply personal. It was just that on that day, someone else got the nod. And then you have the rejection that the poets write about, the singers sing about, and everyone broods about at some point in their life. Romantic rejection. Now this category is impossible not to take personally. And along with familial and social rejections, it comes with long-lasting psychological trauma. Now the spectrum of rejection varies, only in intensity. They all hurt, but in different degrees. So the question then is, how do we cope? J.K. Rowling handled 23 rejection slips from publishers pretty well, but Hitler's failure to get into art school? That didn't turn out quite so well. I know that I am still young and that I have a lifetime of failures and rejection ahead of me. But here's what I've learned so far. It's kind of a beginner's guide to rejection. Lesson number 1. It hurts, like a lot. It might possibly lead to crying sessions, binging on ice cream, and blasting "Bring Me to Life" by Evanescence in your bedroom. But here's the thing. Psychologists and researchers tell us that the pain is actually real. In an MRI scan, the same areas of your brain light up when experiencing rejection as physical pain. In simpler words, a broken heart is no different from a broken arm. This has serious implications, not only for an individual's psychological state, but for society in general, for it goes further than just sadness, anxiety, or even depression, for it can lead to aggressive and destructive behaviors. Believe it or not, both conditions can be alleviated by medicine. Acetaminophen, aka Panadol, although popping pills is seldom the answer to anything. Better perhaps to take the traditional route by reaching out to our friends and family for that much needed emotional support. Which brings me to lesson number 2. I learned that most of the time, our friends and family genuinely suck at consoling people facing rejections, especially if you're Asian, since we're not used to disappointments, besides being one. But jokes aside, why is it that people always reach for cliches at times of emotional stress? Yes, I know, there are plenty of other fish in the sea, but I wanted that fish. It's their loss. Yeah, but I wanted them to win. And I particularly hate my parents' go-to phrase. Don't worry, everything happens for a reason. No, it doesn't. Quite often, there is no reason at all. They're all just buying into the myth that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's a narrative spread by wellness-obsessed, safeguarding, love-yourself industries that you can soothe away rejection by treating it as some sort of learning opportunity. Now, while this may be true, I realize the hard way that trying to force yourself to feel and believe that things are going to be okay when they clearly aren't doesn't actually make it okay. As far as I'm concerned, lesson number 3 has turned out to be the most beneficial coping mechanism of them all. And it's this: just take the loss. I realized that honestly, the best way to deal with rejections is to relish the frustration, to revel in the disappointment, and to own the angst of not getting what you want. It really is just better to accept that that one fish that you wanted doesn't want you, and that it sucks, and that the universe doesn't care enough about you to even come up with a rescue plan. It would hurt sometimes, or actually most of the time, to accept that maybe it is because you were not good enough, not smart enough, or that you were just unlucky and that life isn't fair. But ladies and gentlemen, that is where actual growth starts. You see, no matter how painful reality is, it is still reality nonetheless. There is dignity in facing hard truths without trying to cut it down to manageable sizes. There is honor in acceptance. So, not to be cliche, but here's a quote from my mom that actually helped, and surprise, surprise, it's by Nicholas Spark. He said that the emotion that can break your heart is sometimes the very one that heals it. So sometimes when our hearts are breaking, we need to allow it to break. We need to be honest, be miserable, but enjoy that misery and remember it. Maybe then we might learn something from it. Once you've learned to do that, I promise you, you'll realize that taking the L really isn't a bad thing. All in all, I'm quite thankful for the rejections in my life. It's made me a little bit more shameless. My life is funnier, although the humor might be darkish, and it's given me plenty of material for a speech contest. But perhaps more importantly, it allows me to remind you that like last year, I am still single and available for more rejections. Thank you.
Welcome to the 5th day of our virtual Speech Day 2020. Today's prize winners have been recognized by the examination boards as having excelled in public examinations, as they have achieved the highest grade in Malaysia or in the world. Outstanding Cambridge Learner Awards. Top in the world for A-Level History, Kiru Baharan Anak Lelaki Mutusami. Top in Malaysia for IGCSE Computer Science, Ye Yao Chung. Top in Malaysia for IGCSE English as a Second Language, Muhammad Shafiq Aiman bin Muhammad Zamin Azwan. High Achievement for A-Level Music, Tan Jia Min. High Achievement for AS Level Music, Catherine Tay Zin Yi. Pearson Outstanding Learner Award. Highest mark in the world for International A-Level Mathematics, Ng Zuyang. Highest mark in Malaysia for International A-Level Further Mathematics, Ng Zuyang. Highest mark in Asia for A-Level Mathematics, Cho Kai. Tan Wei Jiang. Highest mark in Malaysia for A-Level Further Mathematics, Hoi Li Yang.
The following prizes are awarded to students who have made outstanding contributions to KDJ and our wider community. The Walter Jones Cup, Ashar Henry bin Faris Salim Davidson. Ashar has served on the Student Council for 5 years, including the last year as its president. He has been part of many improvements within the school community, such as the recent popular rule change removing the need to wear school uniform at breakfast, as well as the better functioning of the council itself. He has acted in all of the school plays and is a double winner of the House Spirit Award. Ashar is utterly dependable for staff and students and humbly guides and supports others in a responsible and mature manner. His caring, compassionate, respectful, and empathetic nature means that he unfailingly helps others, especially juniors or new students, feel welcomed and valued in our school community. The Anthony Yoon Prize for International Initiative goes to Chin Yi Fook. Yi Fook was selected to represent Malaysia at the ASEAN Youth Volunteer Program in 2019. He undertook poverty eradication work in a remote indigenous community in Kelantan, and his team's community-based tourism and edutourism package was later adopted by the government and launched by the Prime Minister's Department. As Leo Club treasurer, he was heavily involved in the Be Brave Go Bald fundraising event, which raised over 30,000 ringgit for childhood cancer, as well as the Free Tree Society Kuala Lumpur campaign, which donated over 200 plants and raised funds. Yi Fook was also a mentor in the Inspire SEA 2019 program, which aims to diminish educational inequality of underprivileged students in Malaysia. His regular tutoring in the Unseen project supported by KDJ is greatly valued by staff and students. Chin Yi Fook's time, energy, and commitment have enriched all of us around him in KDJ and beyond. The Azmi Trophy for Athlete of the Year by Elini Anak Bujang. Elini, through much perseverance and dedication, has developed into a highly confident, committed, and talented individual. Being an extremely respected member of internal and external sport here at KDJ. She has competed numerous times representing KDJ at AIMS, MSSD, and state level, particularly in badminton. In her house as sports captain, she was the catalyst of some exceptional performances for Alia House, such as during the House Football Championship. She often reflects intelligently on her school and competitive experiences in an insightful, diligent, and mature way that illustrates her positive, driven outlook on life, as well as the passion that she derives from sports and school life as a whole. It would be difficult to find many other students who are so actively and extensively involved in school sporting life. She effectively represents the ethos and philosophy of our sporting teams as an active gender role model for all girls sports at KDJ. She has played a leading role in developing girls sports through taking initiative and devising commitment from others. The Azmi Trophy for Athlete of the Year is also awarded to Muhammad Sharil Lufti alias. Sharil was captain of the senior rugby 10-a-side and 7-a-side squads and was a hugely influential leader. He is a man of few words on the pitch but leads by example. Although more often than not he was one of the smallest on the pitch, defense was no issue, and he was never afraid to put his body on the line for the maroon jersey. His team was the winner of the plate final at the Straight Sevens tournament hosted by Marlborough College, and he was the standout performer of the season. In football, he is an important and diligent athlete who embraces everything a sports character should have: drive, wholehearted commitment, resilience, and determination. He was KDJ Player of the Under-21 KYUEM football tournament this year. He is a courteous, tolerant, and respected role model for KDJ sport within a wide range of nationalities and cultures. He is sensitive to the needs of his peers, a leader by example, and is also very respectful of his interactions with other schools and the coaching staff at KDJ. In his house, he led Nakyudin to senior boys touch rugby champions and senior boys football champions. This award recognizes his contributions to KDJ sport as an outstanding leader and role model. Outstanding Sports Award, Vasudef Vasanthan. This award is presented to Vasudef Vasanthan, who has been competing in international squash tournaments for the last 9 years. Amongst his many and latest successes are his championship victory at the state MSSMS and the Negeri Sembilan closed in 2019. The year before, he placed 7th in the National Junior Circuit second leg under 17s. In 2018, he came 3rd in the first leg of AISA and the grand finals of AISA, and 2nd in the RSUC championships. He was also the champion in the second leg of AISA and the NS closed. Prior to beginning his A-levels, he was 3rd in the CMS tournament, 4th in both the Qatar and Doha Open, and 5th in the KL Open. He also won 3rd place in the CIMB National Junior Circuit second leg in 2017. As well as playing squash for the country and world, Vasudef finds time to be a key member of our senior prefect leadership team. The Principal's Prize. All of the recipients of this award are recognized and thanked for their incredible contributions to the school and our community. This includes being role models for peers and juniors, admirably representing the school with pride and integrity, and their tireless work with others on the school and community projects. We are immensely proud to award the Principal's Prize to this group of remarkable young people, as they are the embodiment of our school's values of integrity, empathy, and mutual respect. Rachel Lim Wei Hui, Rachel Chong Ying Sing, Brittany Tan Jia Jia, Gordon Wu Shun Yong, Tanya Rajendran, Kenneth Teo Chuan Zong, Navinesh Morgan, Joshua Tan Zeng Yu, Muhammad Izuddin Saiful Hisam, and Vasudef Vasanthan.